Well, look, while the government's prepared to tell us that to meet all its costs, that's health, education, defence, welfare, NDIS, we'll have to find another $140 billion, B for billion, 140 billion, that's 140,000 million every year for the next 40 years. These people are clueless. But it's quite prepared to spend trillions of dollars standing our energy policy on its head, and now the Prime Minister is in trouble on The Voice. There'll be no limit to the amount of your money that'll be spent trying to get the Prime Minister out of trouble. After all, he's hitched his wagon to this Voice proposal, while support for The Voice continues to slip. But remember, they haven't stopped spending your money. One of my staff provided me with a very fancy document. I should have brought it in to show you, but you've most probably been given one, which was given to her at one of the ferry terminals. Nothing about the no case, but I presume millions of these are being printed. You're paying. Apart from not having read the Uluru Statement, the Prime Minister doesn't know where he stands. And if he doesn't know, he should vote no. 1 minute he's telling Australians that The Voice is really important for the country. The next thing he tells us, it'll make no difference. Which leads the punter to say, well, if it's not going to make any difference, why are we wasting our time when 91% of Australians polled want to talk about the cost of living? But here we go again. Dare to oppose and openly say you'll vote no, and you get people like Marcia Langton saying the public square has been flooded with egregious lies about the referendum proposal. Linda Burney, and the poor little thing, I mean, she's got no idea what this is all about. She talks about a wantonly misleading no campaign. The Prime Minister is accusing you and others on Facebook of spreading misinformation. Well, the principal architects of wantonly misleading and misinformation are the government itself. On the one hand, the Prime Minister, no less, says this is just about a warm and cosy alteration of the Constitution to give Indigenous Australians a voice. And of course, with many young Australians, the Prime Minister hopes they'll say, well, that sounds okay. I thought we had done it. But if we haven't, let's do it now. The Prime Minister is cultivating that sentiment on which millions of your dollars will be spent, particularly on social media. But the same Prime Minister is on record, too many times to count, that he'll implement the Uluru Statement in full. Well, he hasn't read it, but in full means a voice, a treaty, and truth-telling. In full means Aboriginal sovereignty and compensation. No, Prime Minister, you're not telling the truth. And the public are starting to wake up.